right, The Sound of Silence. So this piece was originally recorded by Simon and Garfunkel in 1964. Paul Simon composed the piece. He started it in 1963 and then was able to complete the lyrics in 1964. So it's a great song. So the score and tab is available at Music Notes, so check it out. All right, so it begins with this D suspended chord. So very slowly it's going to go. Then it repeats. And then you let that ring. So as far as the right hand, what I'm doing there is I'm just assigning a finger to a string. So my ring finger takes care of the first string, middle finger the second string, and the index finger the third string. And then the thumb takes care of the fourth. So after the chord, you're going to go to a C chord. And so I finger it like this, so I don't add my middle finger there because I don't need it. And so slowly it's going to go. So one thing I do at the very beginning, before the strumming comes in, is I play it fairly freely. So I might go kind of slow down there and then so do these little pauses, I didn't write in the fermatas, but I'm almost adding those to it. And then after that, you're gonna go. So one thing I find interesting about this beginning is he's alternating back and forth between a D minor chord and a C major chord. So if you started here, he's arpeggiating a D minor chord. And then he goes to a C chord. And then he arpeggiates a C chord. So that, what I just did there, is a C chord. And then he goes back to the D minor chord. So then measure 8, you have this chord form. So this is like a D chord, except you're moving it here. Then you go. So I'll keep that whole thing down to let it ring. So you go. And then we're just going to take this chord and move it right here. So these two fingers at the 10th fret. And then you're going to go here. So slowly. So I find this kind of a hard chord change. So what I did when I was learning it is I would just go back and forth between those two until I was able to get it. You've got this. And then you just take that third finger, you're going to go back to here. So that's just a repeat. Now what I'll do is I put my first finger there. So after that chord, you go there, and you've got this chord. Like that. For measures 13 and 14, I also tend to play them freely. But the way I wrote the rhythm is you're gonna go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're back to this chord. 2, 3. So now we're going to go to the 5th position. You've got this. That's a little tricky. I turn it into a bar about halfway through. So slowly. And then I put the bar down. So again. And you have that. C major chord. And what I'll usually do is I'll just strum it with the flesh of my thumb to give it kind of a lighter sound. Like that, as opposed to with a nail. So you got this. And then open first string. That gives you a little time to get to the D minor chord. So you got D minor. And then I pull off with that first finger. So you got Now we're going to start the second part of the piece, and this is where I try and keep it more regular as far as the rhythm goes, so less pausing or less slowing down and speeding up. So here it is. Got open. And I'm just using my thumb for all of that. Then you have a C chord. So the strumming I'm doing is just down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And when I strum down, I strum like the back part of these fingers. So you got so down, down, up. On my way up, I use the thumb. And here you go. So you're just arpeggiating that C chord. So I just keep this chord down. So you got Now we're going to go to D minor chord. All right, from here you're going to go B major. And then I switch it to F major. So again, you've got this, B major, F. So when I'm strumming these chords, if you notice I put in like some chords I'm hitting like 5 notes, some I'm hitting 4. It's not an exact science. So you do the chord form and you just do the strum. And if you hit any of the strings not listed here, it should still sound good. So you've got this. Then we're gonna go repeats. And then B major. B flat major. And then the pinky is already down. And then B. So for those two measures, I'm keeping that B flat down, but lifting up when I need that open first string. So you've got this. Open. And then you go open. And then F. Now we're going to jump up to a D minor chord. And this is another situation where I'm going to use the flesh of my thumb, where you go. So again, it's like this. That line sounds like this. F. Measure 34. Now we're going to go to that C chord again. And when I go to here, I lift up the rest of the chord and try and do a vibrato there. So you get this. And then this is a repeat. And repeats again. Then you're going to go back to measure 21. Repeat all of that again until you get to this point. And here I just the repeat of this. And I do a retardando. And then you end with this chord. So it's that same chord that we started off with. So again, like this. There it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Great song. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.